Hey, what's up? It's Sunday. It's 7:12 p.m. It's beautiful out here. Look at the sky. It's gorgeous, right? Gorgeous sky. Jesus Christ. It's beauty. I mean, there's beauty in nature, and there it is. These are bleachers right here. I'm at Northeast High School. You know, it's like hell, right? Old ass bleachers. And you find stuff when you walk around here. Like I noticed this like must be like a sports bra. It looks like a sports bra. I'm not sure what this is, but some kind of garment, piece of clothes that some chick probably took her shirt, probably took it off. She was finding her boyfriend probably. It's like a bunch of glass and stuff. French fries right there. Cigars right there. People just come here sometimes and they come here and like they eat or they do drugs or they fuck or get blowjobs. They come here for that shit, especially late at night. But today's topic is jerking off. We all do it. Life is short, life is stressful, and when you jerk off, it is a stress reliever. It really is. It's one of the few things that are free in this world. Think about it. When you jerk off, no one's charging you anything. It's a free thing. It's like air. Air is free. It is a taboo to talk about masturbation, though. Because if you admit to it, publicly, people think you're a loser. But I jerk off, all the time. Constantly. I started jerking off when I was like maybe 6 years old. When you take a shower or a bath and you're like lathering down there and it feels kind of good. And then you go, let me try that again because it keeps feeling good. When I was about 12, I was cutting school, and so I walked into a Rite Aid, and there was this biker magazine. It was the first time I saw a naked woman before. First time I saw a naked woman, period. And she was hot, and she had these big titties on a motorcycle. And my dick was ready to explode. I was like, oh my god, that is so hot. When I was about 14, I saw my first adult movie, and my cousin had a copy of this movie. Like his friend let him borrow it, so he told me about it. So I went over to my cousin's house, saw this porno, and it was the first time I saw penetration. Like I have heard of penetration, but never actually saw it, and so that concept of seeing it for the first time took a while to settle in. You see like a dick and a pussy, you see like body fluids, moving around, that kind of shit. When I was about 17, that was like probably my horniest. Most guys, your sexual prime is when you're 18, but for me it was 17. I was ahead of the curve. I was just like really horny all the time. Around 22, that was probably my second horniest. I was always thinking about pussy non-stop. But now I'm older. I'm like almost 40 now, and when you're almost 40, your libido slows down. I still think about sex, but not as much. Like when I was younger, like maybe 3 times when I was younger, I jerked off 7 times in one day. I was just always thinking about pussy non-stop. Like if you remember MTV, in the 80s and the 90s, they would play the same videos over and over again, and in my mind, my video was sex all the time. It was just on heavy rotation. When you do jerk off, you avoid all kinds of problems, such as unwanted pregnancies. I have no kids at all. I'm 39, no kids, no diseases. It does save you money because kids are expensive, and medical care for STDs is, can cost you something. But in today's internet world, there's porn everywhere. it's easier to find it now than it was when I was younger. When I was younger, I used to go to this place called West Coast Video. It don't exist anymore, but I would get VHS tapes and just watch them and jerk off to to chicks with fake tits. Because back then all the girls were getting fake tits, and when I watch porn now, it don't seem that way anymore. Like, you see less fake tits now. I think now they're more into a more natural look than back then. That place that I mentioned, West Coast, they would have the pornos in the back, so I would be really self-conscious when I went back there. I thought the whole world was looking at me when I walked back there. I would look around, make sure no one saw me going into the porno section, and I would just sneak in. Like me myself, I'm pretty average looking. I'm not some stud, so I definitely need to jerk off because I'm not some ladies' man. I'm not Brad Pitt. When you think about it, though, like even the rich and famous jerk off. Like Brad Pitt probably jerks off when his wife ain't around, or George Clooney does the same thing too. He's probably whacking off when his wife ain't around. Hear some noise in the background. An ambulance just went by. Oh God! Some poor bastard's probably having a heart attack right now. Probably from jerking off. People die because when you jerk off, you increase your blood flow. When you jerk off, sometimes I'm sure some guys have dropped dead jerking off or dropped dead masturbating. Not masturbating or having sex. I repeated myself there, but it does get messy though when you jerk off. When you're having that kind of fun, that shit goes flying around, and sometimes it'll land on my computer screen. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. It's like a geyser. Just you release, and all this shit comes flying out, and it might land on my computer, keyboards, and it gets there and makes a mess. You have to get napkins or a sock or something just to clean all that shit out. It's true, man. That shit gets stuck there. Gotta wash it off. We got like 4 billion people in the world. So right now, as I'm speaking, there's probably like a bunch of dudes jacking off right now, as we speak. And as I speak, there's probably a bunch of guys, in heaven blowing their load. But it ain't just guys who masturbate. It's also women. The women do that shit too. They massage their pussies. They get a dildo. They get some chicks are like. I hear some chicks get artichokes. No, it's not artichokes. Fuck. Cucumber. That's what they get. Cucumbers. Because the cucumber resembles a penis, so they just. Women, some of these chicks stick a cucumber in their cooch. I guess when they're having a tough time eating a guy, they'll just stick it in there. I remember years ago, Phil Donahue, he used to have a show in the 80s. He talked about, back then, the number one woman's deodorant was shaped like a penis. So, use your imagination. A lot of horny bitches out there. It ain't just guys who jerk off. It's also women who masturbate too. They're just as horny. I think women are just more, maybe, I guess, reserved about that thing. They play with themselves. So they don't. If you get to know a woman, they'll tell you that shit. But you're not gonna hear that shit right off the bat when you meet a chick. Eventually she'll tell you about that. How she sticks her finger up her cooch. Yeah. Guys are more open about it. Not beating up, I had off today from work, so that's I slept all day. I got home around 3-something. Passed out. I was so tired I couldn't even jerk off. That's how tired I was. As soon as I walked in, I'm I like crashed on my bed and I was I'm done. I'm going straight to sleep. I don't feel like brushing my teeth or anything. But I do like Sundays because you get to relax, and if you look around, it's just peaceful. There's no hustle or bustle. Everything's just relaxed. People just at ease, no stress until tomorrow. And tomorrow's a new week, and then back to the stress again. So when you do feel stressed out, just jack off. Yeah. Oh God. This whole area is real pretty. This whole area right here. Beautiful field, all that shit. There's a light breeze going by, so that feels nice. There's some dude walking around. I don't know why he's there. He has like a bunch of tennis balls. There's another dude. Oh, I guess they're part of I guess they're there to play tennis. There's like a tennis court down there. You can't see it from here, but it's like down there. You can play tennis. But it's meant for high school kids. These are not high school kids. These are grown men. So they're probably gonna jump the fence and try to get a free game of tennis. If you look over there, there's a giant fence. I mean, that thing is huge. I wouldn't climb it. I'll probably fall to my death. But some guy will probably. I'm sure some guys would try that stunt, trying to climb that giant fence. I mean, I would just get dizzy and just, drop. Oh God. Like today, I think I jerked off twice today. When I wake up, especially when I wake up from a long night, like the night before, you feel irritable. Like, I worked hard. I'm still kind of tired. I didn't sleep very well. Like right now, I'm drinking coffee just to get me up. This is my second cup of coffee. Sleep is important. So when I got up, I was cranky, and then I jerked off twice just to feel better about life. And they were talking about on the news a while back. They were saying something about like if you jerk off consistently, that it's good for your prostate. Like it reduces prostate cancer. I swear I heard that on the news. Because I don't think it's a good idea to have sperm just laying there stagnant. You have to keep it moving. There's a nice picture of the sky. Look at that. That's pretty right there. Those fucking clouds. Over there as well. Guess we'll walk around here and then kind of point out all the trash you see. I'm bored, so I'll walk around and just record shit that looks like crap. And, I don't know what that's about. If you look at this, it looks like a bunch of chopped up wood. Looks bad, and you got some bags there. You got Cheetos, and that's a good product, by the way. I love Cheetos. Fucking good. Got some broken wood over there. Got a bottle down there. Broken glass here. I'm trying to find like used condoms just to film it. Like there's gotta be somewhere around here. There's gotta be like a used condom just sitting around. But so far I haven't seen any. This bleacher is old as fuck. I'm estimating it was probably built like 40 years ago. And he just looks really old. It's all rusty looking. You can tell they painted over it, but but now it's chipping away. No condoms so far. Some bird shit. That looks like bird shit. I'm not sure that is bird shit, but it looks like bird shit. Oh boy. Someone damaged this part of the bleacher. It looks all, it's cracked. One part there, one part there. check it out. I see beer from here. Right down there, about 10 yards away. I see two bottles of beer. Definitely beer. Beer. It's almost like a truck stop. You know, like people do all kinds of illegal shit in truck stops. They'll do drugs, they'll fuck hookers, that kind of thing. This is like I guess like a minor league version of a truck stop. I guess, you know, so it's a place for like teenagers and young adults to misbehave themselves. Because at nighttime, like sometimes, you know, like once in a while I'll come here at nighttime and it's pitch black. You can't see shit around here. You can see like where that woman's if you see that, like, if you see that lady walking by or like running by, like around there you can see there's light around there at nighttime, but in here there's no lights. It's dark as shit. So it's great cover for like breaking the law. That's a nice view, by the way. Like if I wanted to break the law, I guess I would come here. But I'm not a lawbreaker, though. Pretty clean cut. Like this looks like shit, but in a way it's like heaven in a way. It's the way I feel. Like, the way I'm feeling right now, I feel really good. Like I'm relaxed. I'm calm. I'm not annoyed. I'm not stressed out. It's just, you know, it's like heaven on earth, sort of. You see cars going by. You see like there's a guy on a ninja bike going by soon. You hear him, but you can't see him. You're probably gonna see him soon. It's like, you know, really tiny, but there it is. Like you see that apartment, like down there's an apartment building right there. Like my cousin, like he went to this high school. Like I went here too, but he went here for like maybe a year, and but he would always cut class. So I remember his mom, right? Like she's a real genius. Like 20 years ago, right? Like he was very rebellious and he hated high school, so he wouldn't go. So his mom thought, well, you know, if I get him his own place, you know, he'll like go to high school more often. So she got him an apartment right there. He was a minor, and she got him his own apartment. I mean, because they have money, so he had his own place there, and he never went to school though. That's the thing. He was like right across from high school. He never went to school. Like once in a while, I would see him in the hallway, but I mean, he would always cut class. You know, I thought that was funny that his mom got him an apartment across from the high school that he never went to. That was hilarious. I mean, like next year it'll be like 20 years since I graduated high school. Yeah, I was a horrible student, by the way. I never paid attention to school. I would just daydream a lot. I would just daydream and just think about video games, think about pussy. I graduated in 1996, so and now it's 2015, and I mean next year 20 years. Can you believe that shit? Felt like yesterday that I graduated high school, and I graduated. Like, the ceremony was like down there, straight down there. Like you can't really you see the outside of it, but there's like a football field on down there, and it was a long, boring ceremony. Like some boring radio guy was one of the speakers. I'm like, oh my god, he sucked. Big bore fest. Like graduations are boring as fuck. And I remember we had like the main speaker at the commencement was Ed Rendell. He was I believe he was the mayor of Philadelphia at the time. So he was a minor celebrity, and he was our commencement speech. He was the main speaker there, and you know he gave a decent speech. And then after he wrapped up, we all like, you know, threw our those hats that we wear, the tassels with the hat, threw it in the air, and that was it. We were done high school, and we wore that bullshit. And I actually walked home. Like, my mom was around. She offered me a ride. I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna just walk home and relax. I'm done with high school. And like, down there is where I exited the high school. Down there, I just walked my ass to home. It was a great walk because no more worries. Like, the next day, I'm like, oh no, yeah, no more school. Just relaxed and happy as a clam. I had a few friends in high school, but I haven't seen them in ages. I mean, I'm pretty bad with people in terms of like keeping in touch with people. Like, I'll talk to people, but it's like, for only for a while, and then I just never see them again. I had a few friends in high school. I had a friend named Jenny. I haven't seen her in ages. She was very sweet to me, and. Then I had this other friend named Asamina. She was like the happiest girl, and then like some years after high school, I ran into her a couple times, and she was like a total opposite of what she was in high school. Like, she wasn't happy or jovial anymore. She was just like really depressed. I think maybe she went through something, maybe a bad relationship or something, or maybe she was succumbing to mental illness. But she was just not the same person. And she didn't recognize me either. I'm like, hey, how's it going? She's like, oh, hi. Like, do I know you? I'm like, yeah, I went to high school together. Oh yeah, we did went to high school together. Yeah, we did it. It just completely changes the person, and that does happen sometimes when you know people. You know 'em during one period in your life, and they're a certain way, and then you meet them again, and they're just a whole different person. People do change, and it could be for the best, or it could be for the worst, or sometimes they pretty much stay the same. But like, the last time I saw her might have been three years ago, and she just saw me. She just had this look like to me, I think she's mentally ill now. Like, she's just something happened to her. Maybe it's genetic, maybe it's the result of a failed relationship, and because in some of these relationships you can really screw up a person. They get fat, they get suicidal, they get all fucked up from a bad breakup. So maybe that happened to her. But I hope she's doing well. I hope she's doing very well. Hopefully she's doing very well. I got some help for it. I know one guy named Justin. I haven't seen him in a while. He was a singer. He was a nice guy. And this other guy named Jose. He was like a troublemaker type, but he was fun to be around. He had a bunch of charisma. Like, he was overweight, but he had a lot of charisma, and he had a good face. Like, he wasn't ugly, and despite his weight, when girls liked him. He was just, he had a cute face, and I thought that was weird. That he had a cute face, but he was fat, and yet girls liked him. He was a good talker too, so that I'm sure being a good talker and having a cute face helped his social life. But I haven't seen him in ages. I haven't seen him in like 15, 20 years. Let's see what else did I know back then. Yeah, I knew a guy named Sterling. I haven't seen him. I think I saw him like 7 years ago. Like, he had a kid, and he had just gotten out of jail, and he was trying to be a DJ, and he was a nice guy. I knew him since I was in I kind of knew him since I was in seventh grade, and you know, when you go to school, you make you make friends, and then you go, and then after like, I went to Charles Combs. That's where I first met him, and then after we graduated from Charles Combs, we go to Wilson, and then I saw him there too. And then after Wilson, I graduated to Northeast High School. So for like 3 schools, I saw the same guy. I saw him from time to time. I didn't really talk to him too much, but he was a nice, happy, positive guy. Let's see who else did I know in high school. There's one guy named Dave, which I haven't seen in a while. He was like a stoner type. He always smelled like cigarettes. I like smoking. He had this crush on this girl. Her name was, I won't say her name because she'll probably sue me. She had a really unique name, and like, she was kind of cute, but she had a cross eye, and he had a crush on her. And I didn't really find her attractive, but he had a thing for her. She smelled like cigarettes all the time. They both smell like cigarettes. They're both like heavy smokers. That's funny, like fucking a girl who has a crooked eyeball. Like I wouldn't fuck a chick with a crooked eyeball. I mean, I have some standards. Maybe put a bag over her head or something, but a little sick right now. Oh god, it's getting dark now. Oh shit. There's some guy with his dog down there. Earlier I went to work just to write down my schedule. I got like 23 hours this week at work. I guess so far this is my longest video. Almost 26 minutes now. Wow. This is truly the longest video I've ever done before. Most of the time I got nothing to say. Pretty quiet, so I'm not much of a blabbermouth. I just keep to myself. I'm gonna sign out for now. Or maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. God. Tomorrow's Monday. Ugh. I kinda hate Mondays. I got Monday. I had today off. I had Monday off, and I had Tuesday off. So that's 3 days of just sitting around, relaxing. I just hope the stock market makes a rebound tomorrow, because man, I got hit real bad at the stock market. Or I mean, investing in the stock market. So I hope this week is a good week and recoup what I lost. I don't feel like going home yet. It's like about an hour ago I was home, and now I don't feel like going home. Fuck. Like this place, this high school is about like the perimeter is 1 mile long, so you got a lot of people a bunch of people walking around trying to get some exercise. Like I first came here when I was 14. I used to jog, but not anymore. I haven't jogged in a while. It like fucks up my knees. I just walk. You got a whole family over there. You see a husband, a wife, and the daughter. Yeah, they're all working out. I think the most times I walked around. I think the most times I walked around here around this high school was like, oh god, probably 6 times one time. I mean, my feet were tired as fuck, but I challenged myself. It might have been 6 times. That's 6 miles, and I was just walking, and man, my feet were fucking killing me. But yeah, it was a good workout. It does hurt your feet. In the past, I try to pick up bitches around here. I'm sorry, women. Because some of the girls around here, and I'm not saying all of them, but some of them are cute. But most of them, but they're stuck up though. They're not here. They're not here to get to meet someone. They're here to just work out. So I've seen a couple of knockouts walking around here, and it's like, man, they walk by. I look at their asses. They got some nice asses on them. I've seen some real cute ones around here. You gotta be careful though, because sometimes you got asshole kids who throw eggs at people. Like it happened to me twice where I was walking around and they missed me each time, but they were trying to throw eggs. Like stupid high school kids. They do stupid shit like that. Like I saw a guy get hit. That was funny. I mean, I didn't laugh, but I was laughing inside. He got hit. Some older guy, like in his 40s, he got hit real good. Bam! They got him, but they always miss, man. Guess I'll sign out now. See ya.